Testing, testing. Hello, we have a flip through of the, excuse me, let me get back in my chair here, of the Naturalists Library Junk Journal. This book is 6.5 inches wide by 9 inches high, has a 2.5 inch spine, and we're gator mouthing at about 7 inches. We have 5 signatures with 10 pages each for a total of 200 pages. There's the back. This one is made from a world famous, or world's best, I can't remember which, mac and cheese box, the Costco size. And little metal corners here, applique, some vintage book page. And the front is also vintage book page with a little dragonfly charm that echoes this little dragonfly here. Little scrapbook paper that I gilded the edge on cheesecloth, more applique and fabric in the back there. And this is also fabric that I covered the spine with. So move that aside. Little eyelets securing the ribbon tie closure. And I actually, the tie was actually an afterthought this time. Normally I would put it underneath whatever I have on the inside to secure it, but I neglected to do that and then realized I wanted a ribbon closure, so I incorporated it into the design and added the appliques to help secure it. And here we have a little corner pocket and note from the bookmaker and a fairy tag. Kind of acts as a little belly band too. We have printable from Mammoth Paper Outpost with some ribbon trim, and it's a pocket inside with a little notebook, little butterfly sticker, some hand-dyed paper and stenciling. We have more of that pretty fabric that I used as a pocket, and we have a journal card with a little velvet ribbon pull, and it's gessoed and stamped, and this cutie little stamp that I actually thrifted the stamp, but it's so cute. A little frog and little mouse checking his teeth. And there we have another corner pocket and a little journal card here with some gold heat embossing. This journal, for how thick it is, actually has quite a lot of writing space in it. It's a cover from some vintage sheet music. Some stenciled paper. And this one is a little journal card shaped like a mushroom. Has fabric and cardstock on the back that I coffee dyed. And a little heat embossed gold mushroom at the bottom there. And this was, I made this following a tutorial from Natasha at Treasure Books on her channel. And she did, you draw design on cardstock and then you glue your fabric and then stitch it and cut it out, and it was really fun. Embellish it. She's got a lot of really good ideas on her channel. More writing paper, and this hand-dyed paper here I actually used a stamp to get this pattern, and it is a Tim Holtz stamp. To me, I think it's supposed to be bubbles, but to me it looks like moss or rocks or something, especially when you use browns and greens. Let's see if I can find the packaging for it. It should be right here. Oops. Oh goodness, I don't know. I'm not gonna dig for it right now, but it's a cool background stamp. Then we have the Audubon Society Nature Program book page here. It's vintage. 1966. We have an envelope that was pretty, and I embellished it and with some book page. And actually this is Walt Whitman poetry there that I lined it with, stitched around. There's some washi tape, and then there are journal cards inside, and these do close as well if someone wanted to close them. And here we have more of that Audubon Society, and these are snowdrops. And that has a little flip out for more writing space there. I'm going to go a little bit quicker. I actually filmed this and then realized afterwards I had forgotten to turn my music off, and so I had to ditch the footage, and that was not a happy moment for me. Little journal card here with a decorative edge. And this is a little coin envelope without the flip on the top as a belly band for this little card or whatever someone wants to put in there. And more stenciled paper, more music paper. The other side of that pretty one. And there's more throughout the book from this page that I had to trim off, and we'll see that in a little bit. And there's a T tag on this little flip up and down. That's also a belly band. Oops, it's got a little twine ribbon on there, and it just opens up for writing space. Little twine ribbon on the back with some book page. These little beavers. So while I was building and decorating this journal, I was thinking about the naturalist in Outlander that actually didn't make it into the show, but he was in the books. You know, I was sad he didn't make it into the show because he was a fun character. There's a T tag there, but I could just imagine him, you know, packing this book around all over the world with him and tucking things in and writing notes on things he finds and drawing pictures. And yeah, there's some journal cards there. She's a little flower girl that was from an old book, and she's Holly. And there's a journal card in this pocket, and this is some hand-dyed watercolor paper that it's on that I dyed with my fun inks. And there's a little mesh underneath the picture there, and a little gold embossing on the back. That was really fun to make. And next signature, another bouquet. And I did reinforce all these with washi tape or with a double layer of paper. We have a little mama and baby deer, and some writing space, some avocado dyed paper, and here we have a little bird card. It says, I love you, and that's from that music paper that I had to trim off of there. There's some really pretty sparkly mesh ribbon, and I Mod Podged it to some avocado dyed fabric so it doesn't get glitter all over, and it looks really pretty. I think reminds me kind of like a tree bark almost, you know. And there's a mushroom card with a bit of lace, some writing space, and some velvet ribbon trim and a butterfly that I tore out of scrapbook paper. There's some more stenciled paper. This one unties and opens for some writing space. I think this bird, these are her eggs in her nest, I think. These are actually little beads on a cheesecloth nest. She's probably a pigeon of some sort though, and I don't think they lay blue eggs, but we can pretend. on fingers. Here we go. All right. And then this song called Flying Leaves. So I had to add some sparkly little maple leaves and dyed the edges a little bit. There's another pocket. This little booklet with some fun hand-dyed papers. And this is either tracing paper or vellum. I made this book a while ago, and I don't remember if I had purchased the vellum yet. I think this is tracing paper, though. I had vellum over here somewhere. I have my, I keep scraps and random paper in a little file holder on my desk. Oh, here's the vellum that I stamped on. You know, I really can't tell the difference. I think this might be vellum. Maybe. I don't think it matters ultimately. All right, moving on. Here's another little flip out. More of that pretty stuff. And I did bind the book with embroidery floss, and I used the pink and the green that you see through the rest of the journal. More of that vellum or tracing paper and a little heat embossing there. That leads me to think that it's probably vellum, slightly heavier than tracing paper maybe. And we have another fairy tag. And these I have fairy stamps that I found on Amazon, and they are so cute. I'm really happy I spent the money on those. And then the fern-like stuff I used Ranger Tim Holtz. It's a mica stain spray and my fan brush, and that's how I did those. And then I did some stenciling on the back. And more mica stain spray because I love it. I love sparkly things. And there, that's a leaf from my yard on some inked cheesecloth. I think I used forest moss on that. Cute little pocket, a little journal card, and just a little notebook. Just a few pages there. A little extra space to write things down. More music paper, and someone had written notes. I thought that was really cool. And this one, the song, anyway, was copyright 1933, but I think the book was published after that. And we have a little side tuck, and the birdie's carrying a little tea tag that says, "Beauty is not caused, it is," by Emily Dickinson. And just a little journal card tucked in there. And we have a paper bag pocket and a little journal card there with some, it is gessoed German book page, and then some butterfly stamps. There we have an upper pocket, just a little journal card there. I gilded the edges. There we have a little flippy open place to write. And a little corner tuck, velvet ribbon. And this one has another little journal card. This paper here, not this side, but this side, is a printable from, oh goodness, I just said it 10 minutes ago. Victoria Designs. It was one of the free printables that she sent out with her email newsletter. So if you like her style, she's really a lot of soft, pretty, just really beautiful printable stuff in her Etsy store. But she does send out freebies occasionally in her email newsletter if you are interested in that. There's a little bookmark or journal tag. And a little pocket with more of that avocado dyed fabric and sparkly ribbon that the sparkles don't come off on you. We have another little pocket and a little notepad with pockets in the front and the back with journal cards. Here we have more dragonfly. I have a dragonfly stencil that I use to tie that. And lots of writing space here. A little tuck with a journal card. Or that vintage music here in this one. This discoloration was on the paper. I didn't do that. I think it might be smoke damage, possibly. I got a whole stack of vintage music at the thrift store, and some of them were in worse condition than others, but a lot of them on one edge had this very dark staining. And it looks too brown to be tobacco to me, but I'm not sure I've seen anything that, and it doesn't smell like cigarettes, but yeah, it doesn't really smell like anything actually. Another little pocket. Another stamped of the little dental mouse and the frog. It makes me giggle. Yeah, this music paper, it made me wonder if it had been in a fire. It didn't get burned, but... And here's the cover of the Audubon Society Nature Program book. My grandma had those when I was a kid, and I really had fun with those. And I don't remember if I mentioned in this video yet that they had stickers that came with each book. And this is actually a box set. So there's, there's ocean and there's, Africa, and there's all different kinds of things, different animals, as well as wildflowers of the woods. This is just one, but it fit this journal perfectly. But they come with stickers for each book, and you put the stickers in the book within the corresponding spot. They're numbered, the stickers and the spots, and we'll come across one again in a minute. I'll point it out. We have just some stamping, a little bit of ink dyeing, and the other half of that pretty vintage music. And there's a little side belly band made from paper bag and washi tape, and some pretty stuff. The swans on this, journal card. And this beautiful beaded ribbon trim. Another tea tag. Lots of writing paper. A little journal card on there. This is Pansy. Here we have it. Double pocket. I learned to make these from on Shabby Debbie Dudo's channel. And I think she said she got the idea from somebody else, but this is all made from book page. So it was pretty cool. I gessoed the back and journal card in the front, and a bookmark or journal tag in the back, or that Victoria Designs paper. And in here, there's another journal card. And I just ruffled that fabric and the sewing machine. And this is a really pretty page from a book. Like it was part of the flyleaf of an old novel. And this one, oh my goodness, this book page was so pretty. I had to turn it into an envelope, but the envelope opens all the way so you can still see the whole image. was really pretty. I just lined it with some, I think this was cotton paper. It's got a really nice texture to it. So lots of writing space there. Pretty velvet ribbon and a little black bling there. And butterfly song. And here's another side pocket with a book image on a journal card. Very large journal cards. So these could be double as writing boards to put under a page. So if there's bumpy stuff underneath, then you have a firmer surface to write on. Let's turn her this way. That side's cute. And here we have a little shorty pocket at the bottom. A little mushroom book with some dyed lace. And a little stamping, some different papers, and a couple pages that flip up in the back. Another fairy card. This pretty toile ribbon. And there's some more of this Audubon book. And here's the stickers I was talking about. There's Lords and Ladies and Trailing Arbutus. And there we have a paper bag and washi tape belly band. There's a little booklet. I just paper clipped closed. And it's got a fabric binding. And there are just some hand-dyed papers in there to write on. Oops. Let me get that away. There we go. Some more music paper. And there we have this little corner tuck. And it's got a pocket with some book page. It's like a bookmark thing. And then this one is a little notebook with some vintage paper. It's from the desk of. There's a whole bunch, actually, a whole big stack. I think like a business went out of business and sent a bunch of stuff to the thrift store. So I got a whole stack of different memo pads like that. And this is glossy photo paper. And I used my oxide inks, the re-inker partly, and water. And you can get these really cool effects and designs on there. And then this is book page. And it's stapled together, but because these were 4x6 glossy photo paper, I bound them together with the fabric and then stapled the pages in to that. But I thought that turned out really fun. Cool. And there's another little naughty fairies and a journal card with a bird. Little squirrely guys just glued right on there. He's cute. There's another journal card in this pocket there. Oh goodness, we must have lost what was in here. I thought there was something in there. Maybe I didn't put anything in that one. Isn't that funny? All right. Or actually, maybe one of these was in there. I bet it was. So there's a journal card here with a deer, a little butterfly on his tail. And we have this journal card with a pocket. It's lined on the back. I think it was a recipe card, and I just kind of altered it. Oh, it's paper and a cute little vintage botanical card. Get in the pocket. Oh, gotta get it in there just right. apparently. There we go. Perfect. And we'll put it in here. I think that's where it was before I did the last failed flip through. And then this side we have this pretty velvet ribbon and a belly band, some bling, and some, this is a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of the that pretty paper, so somebody could write on it, tear it up, glue it in places, do whatever they want. Make a paper airplane, you know. And some stamping on this one. And then this one, the cover is from Lady Bird Johnson's Wildflower book, and I'm pretty sure that's her. And I just kind of distressed them to age them up because they were super glossy. And I think it looks kind of cool. And then inside, there's just space to write. But she did a lot for wildflower preservation during her life. And then we have this Words for Birds. There's some of this book in this journal. So I like to put what the book was, you know, when I can. Some of that vintage paper. And, oh, yes, I'm knee deep in daisies and head over heels in love. And this one, after I got it in the book, I realized it was crumbling a bit on this one edge. And so I fixed it with some washi tape on both sides. And then the other half of it has different washi tape because I discovered that after I bound it in. Some dyed papers. And here we have a journal card. This beautiful picture of, these are clover and a little daisy. Some more of the Audubon paper. I think we're gonna lift up on some stamps here. There we go. There's a nice big flip out for writing. And foxgloves. Foxgloves are really special to me. My grandma always had them in her yard, and she would let me pick them, and she showed me how to, you know, make them into little ladies. So it's like their big bell-shaped gown, and, you know, really cute. And then every summer when we'd go to the Southern Oregon coast, which we only live about 2.5 hours away from there, we would see them along the road in the summertime, just growing wild. And I grow them in my yard now. And there's another paper bag pocket with a pretty fabric covered little book and some gold embossing and some papers. And there we have washi taped page with a T tag. This is a little flip out with a journal card in this pocket here. Some journal cards there, journal card there, and a little journal tag with owls. It says I love you. There's actually 3 I love yous in here because the song on that green paper was I love you, I love you, I love you. I think this is part of the back of it maybe. And some more journal cards in those little pockets there. And there's the other half of that crumbling vintage music paper with the different washi tape. And some more writing space. And the last I love you on that journal tag there. And then this is a handmade envelope with some writing paper inside and tied with twine. And I'm not going to open it again this time. And the very back, we have the last fairy card. There are 4 throughout. And then another one of the journal cards. And I signed it and dated it. That is that. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the Naturalists Library junk journal, but she's something else. Very pretty though. I really enjoyed making it. Thank you for watching.